But yeah, I think we're going to try this. We had some luck with it yesterday. We had some bad luck with it yesterday. It's got some weaknesses, don't get me wrong, but I do like it. And these Pokemon are fun, and they're up my alley. And I'm going to give it a try. What would you pair with Medilicky? Ooh, that's a good pair. Already, you could pair almost anything you wanted with that and be pretty darn happy. Because those are very, very good. Galvantula. This is exactly how it started yesterday, too. What do we do into this? Oh, we should go Tropius. We should go Tropius. It can Fire Punch us, but there's a whole bunch of reasons why. Or I guess it could even Hyper Beam us, but I actually also quite like putting on the what's it called? The Ice Punch damage, because now they're actually in a spot where Leaf Blade probably does them in, right? Doesn't look like Ground Beam to me. Okay. Perfect farm down there, too, for us. So Sandslash is a bit of a bummer. Primarily because obviously it's going to farm the hell out of us, right? Upside is Sandslash is not very good into our team, so the question is, what Pokemon do we put into this matchup? Probably Licky, right? And we're fine with this. One, because if they lunge us, I'll be able to switch after a lunge. And two, because both of our Pokemon are good into what they've got going on. So I'm not at all worried about how this works out. Just give me a Body Slam here. Oh, baby. Poof. Yeah, there's the shield. Now, here's the question. Is it a lunge? I don't think it matters if it's a lunge. I think we have to shield this. Boo. Because they're not getting another move, and we still have a shield, so that's going to be GG's. Okay. I, like, obviously happy to just... If we didn't get to that Body Slam, I think we might have been in a little more trouble. But we were still basically up a shield. And we would have been able to make that work. So, all right. Pretty reasonable team for us. Our Pokemon lined up the way we wanted them to. So that was all good. And we found a way to win that game. Even that Sandslash with advantage just did not have a really great way of playing through two Pokemon that are pretty good into it. Mantine. Fascinating. Okay, Rebel, give me just a sec. I'll take a look at that. Hey, look, it's another Diggersby. Huh. This one is playing a little bit like they're on Hyper Beam, though. Aha! That's because they are on Hyper Beam. It's fine. I think the math here still mostly works out for us. Unless they're on Hyper Beam Fire Punch. Which would be pretty bad for us. Nope. This is also not a great... I should be getting more energy here. They basically shown me that they're not on Hyper Beam Fire Punch at this point. And so we should have farmed up a little more energy here, but it's actually not going to matter much because this Sandslash is going to be a huge problem for us. Although, since they're not on Powder Snow, I'm not as worried about it. Like, I think we put the Lickitung into it. Hey, Udaz with the Prime sub. Let's go. Roll that beautiful butt footage for the sub. Thank you kindly. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do. We should be able to dominate this thing, right? This does not have a move that hits us for real damage. Right? Their best moves, Bubble Beam, Aerial Ace, Ice Beam. None of these moves hit us for anything. So the best thing they can do is debuff the hell out of us, right? Because Aerial Ace is doing that. So what we definitely want to do here is manage our energy, right? We want to make sure we come out of this with... Oh, I guess they do have Water Pulse. You're right, but no one runs Water Pulse, right? Nobody's fucking running Water Pulse. This boy is probably on Ice Beam as its secondary move. So what we're trying to do here is put ourselves in a spot where I can come out of this matchup with a move, because I want to drill run their Sandslash, right? We have an Ice Punch queued, so if, for example, we can't kill this thing, which I'm sure we can, we'll have an Ice Punch for that Mantine at the end, which we will win CMP over Mantine, I'm pretty sure, so this should be fine. Drill runs, yep. Obviously, it resists all of our charge moves, but we double resist its, and, like... We're just not really in danger of dying here. I mean, I could shield this, I guess, which we probably will. Okay. And Lick should just take him out. And then Manti, yeah, we got it. GG's, okay. The Tropius looks a little bit like a liability with the fact that every team has had an ice type on it, but both teams have safe swapped Diggersbees into us. So, I'm pretty okay with that. Just keep safe swapping Diggersby into me, please. All right, good luck, Arthur. What do you got? Sandslash, Pelipper. Yeah, that's fine with me. It's not like a great matchup. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in love with this matchup. It's not like, oh yeah, just what I want. Weather Ball does hit. It's just that they don't have like, they don't have any fast move pressure on us, and they don't have any way to hit us for more than exactly Weather Ball damage. So yeah. I don't really want to get hurricaned here. That would be kind of bad, but that's going to be a Weather Ball. Fine. Oh? I'm not sure that that's the swap in you were looking for, but hey, we're all good. Shadow A/slash kills Pelly in 2 moves, but regular does not. Thank you, Karch. I appreciate your knowledge. I mean, we're not shielding. It's gonna be a punch. Unless they're on, like, Psyshock. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is fine. But this is a matchup we quite like, so we're going to just... lick right on through them. And then what? What do you got? What do you got? Well, I got some good news for me. Yeah, that swap's not going to do you any good. I'm like, the only win condition there is like if I let them over farm and then they go bait Blizzard and then I lose. But we're just not going to leave that door open. And swapping the Pelipper in there, not a catch, is just not going to work. I mean, what we were going to do there is go to 2 Leaf Blades anyway. They will get to 2 Leaf Blades before they can bait Blizzard me. So... yesterday we started with this team and won 4 games in a row with it. Today we're just 3 easy wins in a row. And then it fell apart yesterday, but let's see if we can keep it up. Toxicroak. Okay, that's a little less good. Cuz that absolutely fucking crunches us, right? What? Into Dusclops? Oh, okay. I mean, they caught a drill run, so there's that. But, like, what's the worst they can do to me? They can non-stab punch me a bunch of times? Now, here's my concern. If we need the Lickitung for something else, we're in really bad shape, right? I'm just going to come out of this with 100 energy, right? Because Toxicroak coming back. So we're just gonna lick this thing to death. It's not even return clops. Exactly. That's why I'm like, it cannot hit me for anything. And we just body slam this thing 3 times. They're going to have to throw a move at me. Or burn shields. Which I'm also fine with. Okay. Well, now I just don't even know what to think. Do we go to Tropius? Yeah, I think so. We're up 2 shields, like... okay, they only get the 1 move off. And we win? So... there is a phenomenon. I think we've talked about this before. Where, and this is I picked this up playing Magic the Gathering back in the day. But as you learn a game, right? You'll learn various techniques and rules and things you can do. And sometimes what happens when you learn those is you're so eager to show off that you learned something that you do them when you probably shouldn't. And it becomes what we call fancy play syndrome. Catching a drill run there is fancy play syndrome. It's a great play in a vacuum, but it probably loses you that game. You don't know that for sure until you see the Lickitung, but it probably loses you that game, right? And if you just stay in and shield the drill run and come out with a bunch of energy, then you are in a better position. And I think a lot of times what happens when you learn those things, you will over-index on trying to make them happen. and then you'll end up losing games. This happens a lot when people learn how to like time their moves, and they'll get greedy about move timing. Like Tropius into a 2-turn move, you want to throw after 3 air slashes when you can, because that's 9, not 10. However, if they get a charge move on 8, you don't want to go to 9. Not every time. So you have to know when you can put that into practice and not. And that's the secondary skill about learning skills. I think my opponent fancy played themselves out of that game. I don't know what their back Pokemon was. I highly doubt it was a Registeel. It was Toxicroak and Dusclops. Their back Pokemon, I mean, in theory, I don't know. It could be all kinds of things. It wasn't beating Tropius, though, I'll tell you that much. All right. Our last opponent in the set has an Azu lead. Well, we're going to safe swap out of this matchup, right? We'll throw the one Shadow Claw just to mess with our opponent a bit. Just in case they forget that we did that. Play it rough. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. They're not interested in switching, it doesn't seem. Ah, there we go. Okay. So switch after getting the energy out of me. It's fine. There's a ton of stuff, Rebel, where fancy play syndrome starts to become a problem for people. I'd have to think back to my own learning experience when I first fell victim to it, but so the downside here for us is that our best 2 Tropius targets are now out of the way, right? Oh, we lost CMP there. That's really bad. I'm gonna have to shield, and I spent my energy. This is tragic. This is so bad. I was hoping we would get that in right before, but I wasn't counting. You need to tell me a lot more about what's going on. Team might not be the issue, friend. Team might not be the issue. Just as a heads up. Team isn't always... Ugh. What's in the back? The backmon is a Sableye. I'm probably not beating Sableye from here without a couple things going right. We need 3 Leaf Blades. That does help, but... Thank you, Zabix, for asking the important questions. It's not impossible, though. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. This is not impossible for us to win from here. As long as we're good about our fast move timing, which is what I'm trying to do right now. It's gonna be very, very close at the end here. But I think they're gonna get to 2 foul plays before I get to the next Leaf Blade. Yeah, I think they're already at it. Or we'll CMP on like the last one, right? Yeah, see, 1 away. I think, you know what? If I had not stayed in with the Sandslash, I think we might have been able to win that. But I stayed in with that Sandslash a little too long, hoping I would get to a charge move, and that cost us. GG's. All right, well, we did 4 wins. I'll take that. We'll get a Squovit.